All right. And here we are with What Do You Collect? This is a new series that we're running, basically getting a lot of collectors, trade show people that just have different collections, whatever's involved with sports trading cards and sports collectibles, we're going to cover it. So here we go, guys. We got our first episode today. Hope you're going to enjoy it here. Let's welcome along who we have. We have CigarBox cards. We have CryptoSlabs. Guys, how we doing? How's everything?
Yeah, hey, Paulie.
What up?
Awesome. Anytime we're talking hobby stuff is a good day.
Right. This is awesome. This is great. All right. I'm glad
great to be part of the first episode.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's monumental here, guys.
Congrats, we're first like of many.
Neil Armstrong over here. First on the moon, first on the podcast. Look at us.
Yeah.
Very nice. Where no man has gone before. Taking a dive into this here. We have two great sports collectors and two great products that we're showing off today. We're going to talk about CryptoSlabs, which is a great display for digital collectibles, and we got CigarBox cards, which is an awesome and really cool and custom unique thing for your cardboard and physical collection. So just want to jump a little bit into it. Let's start off with CigarBox, bringing us back in time where the first collecting has been done. The cigar cards. I mean, this was something at the time. I don't think that they could foresee what it was going to turn into. I didn't think PSA grading was a thing with cigar cards. What do you think about that, Dave?
No, I love it. I think it's a cool dynamic of what we have today on the show is old school and new school, from the digital to like the actual cardboard and the stuff I make out of wood. So it's quite the contrast in collecting, but it's cool because, everybody loves different new stuff. And my style is my name originally just came from, I used to keep my cards in cigar boxes. So it really has not much to do with what I do. Sometimes it confuses people, but no, I've always loved vintage since I was a kid. And I just started making some, I love the physical touch, the smell. I love beat up cards. They tell a story like how many hands has this card been in through its lifetime. And so I like stuff, that's vintage, a little roughed up, soft corners, some creases, doesn't bother me. And then I just started making stuff that I liked and that I grew up collecting, and was like, hey, it'd be cool to see Yaz on a 55 Bowman or Ricky Henderson on an 80s style hoops card. So I just, it evolved from creating cool displays to put my cards in, and people liked it and started buying them from me, to just making stuff I liked. And if people like it, want to buy it, great. If not, no worries. But it's just fun. I enjoy it. And
what was your most favorite piece that you put together as a display? Like, what's some of the ones that you really couldn't wait to do?
I just love creating new stuff. I think, everyone loves those iconic things. I have just some laying here in my shop. It's just like,
all right, yes.
Display, the Green Monster. You may not be a Red Sox fan, but you love the Green Monster. And,
awesome.
Yankee stuff, Wrigley stuff is cool to make. So it's just awesome. Like it changes every day. I grew up with the Royals. I'm a Royals fan. So they're obviously a little more modern, but, gets into the 70s, 80s stuff. But my favorite part is when somebody comes to me with an idea, like I just sold this one that was a custom, and it's like the 55 Bowman. So he wanted to display for his 55 Bowman, so I made one to look like that. And that's the fun part, is just creating what somebody envisions and wants to put their collection in. And it's an honor that somebody wants to put their collection in one of my displays or hang one of my pieces on their wall or in their man cave. So I love it.
It's really, really cool. That's really something unique. I mean, as far as then this display, it's actually made from cigar boxes? Is this something that...
No, it's not. I mean, but I use old stuff. I've used old bleacher wood. I've used old barn wood and stuff. I like to repurpose things. They're made to look vintage. So I rough them up. I torch them. They're new, but they're made to look like, it's an antique or something. It fits in good with the cards. And if I kind of screw something up, it's supposed to happen. It's vintage.
That's
Do you have
awesome.
a background in woodworking? Like,
No, I flunked shop. I was terrible at
yeah.
my corners and joints were always messed up. So I'm good at it. Like I love it doing it and the woodworking, but if I'm not building fine furniture for anyone.
Right.
It's like
That's awesome. And they can be customized as far as if somebody wants, like, as far as like what the sizes and how many cards they have of a collection.
Yeah,
So
definitely. If they want it to hold
make it
slabs
smaller or larger. Oh, that's great. And they hold all types graded cards. They hold cards just in sleeves, I guess. It's
yeah, they can. I kind of just go through with the order of like, hey, this, I'm putting 20 slabs in here. SGC is a little different size than PSA, so I just make sure it works for what they want to put in. Hopefully, one day maybe I'll be doing CryptoSlab display.
Hey, listen, that's something. That's nice segue here. Look at this. Look at you guys running away with this here. Segueing right into our CryptoSlabs. Come on, Nick.
I took one look at your products and was like, interesting. We might have a little future partnership to discuss.
Really.
They're really, really cool, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good work.
That's something, and especially because it's pretty interesting. Like with the digital, as you guys know, with NBA Top Shot and NFL All Day, they have a lot of run it back and a lot of like heritage moments. So this is something that would be really neat. I just come into my mind and kind of throwing it out there, something to take like one of those old time sets where it's like. As you see, I have a Crypto Slab myself of Phil Simms. So I mean, something back to the to the 80s, 90s Giants where it could be in a nice set where you could display it and kind of get the whole team or get, that whole set together and put them. I mean, that'd make one.
Personalization, like this, that's really what it's all about. And what I've learned through the process of creating CryptoSlabs is how important that is to just bring that connection through personalization and the nostalgia factor. And CigarBox, Dave, you get it. Like, and I'm looking to do more of that with CryptoSlabs. There's a lot of personalization and customization options that are kind of capable with this product. And just seeing your product again, it's like, oh man, like this is something that we could definitely come together on a new product to get with. So, but yeah, personalization, man, it's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And Nick, with the CryptoSlabs, like what gave you that first spark? Like what got you into collecting, and what got you into just saying like, you know what, I'm tired of going onto my phone, tired of opening my laptop to see my collection. I need this right here on my desk, or I need to see this, right in my living room while I'm watching the game. So what brought you to that point?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I've been collecting since I was a kid, like most of us have, digging through my dad's, old shoe boxes of his old baseball cards and things like that. I'd say my first experience with collecting was, I don't know if you remember, like the old Fleer Marvel X-Men, like in the early 90s.
Well, then the gold package, was that the gold one? Yes,
92, 93 Fleer X-Men.
Yes.
That was like my first spark to collecting, at least like cardboard, like cards.
They're almost like painting, right? They're like an artistic.
They had a really cool, like a unique style. They're still, as far as I know, like a pretty like sought after, like that 92, 93 series. It was my first intro to like holographic cards, how special they were and kind of rarity. So as a kid, that really like resonated with me pretty early on. And of course, I'm a kid. I like Marvel, I like superheroes. So naturally I gravitated towards that, like kind of early on. And then, baseball cards. I was a big sticker junkie. So any baseball cards deck that had stickers in it, like that was my thing. And then, like I was a big hockey fan growing up in Southern California, big Kings fan, being eventually Ducks fan. So I got into hockey cards as well. And then, like most, my generation, Pokemon was a big thing too. So collecting Pokemon cards. And that was honestly like one of my first introductions, as maybe many, to like, not only is it a collectible card, but this can also be a game. There's kind of like added value to it. Which I thought was really cool. And I guess there's been Magic the Gathering. There's been, other, of course, card games, but Pokemon was definitely big for me, in like kind of early high school, junior high. And fast forward, to I've been collecting cards and like other things over the years, but like I wouldn't consider myself like a major collector, or anything. I wouldn't really go to many card shows or anything like that. But 2021, I was exposed to Top Shot February 2021 during that like big wave of New Year's.
I think that hooked everybody that's still around. I mean, it was hitting major news publications were talking about it. I remember going like, what is this? It's a blockchain, but collectibles. And once I heard sports collectibles, I was like, all right, I need to do some research on what exactly this is. I mean, I heard of Bitcoin before in the popular ones, but I said, wait a minute, there's a flow coin, there's a blockchain, but it definitely got all our attention.
Yeah, same for me. I'd of course been familiar with crypto, was not like didn't have a wallet, like didn't know how it really worked. And for whatever reason, NFTs like just grabbed my attention. It was kind of like that perfect combination of things that I'm really interested in, being like collectible trading cards, sports. I'm a big basketball fan. I've been a Laker fan. Sorry, Paulie, for a long time.
Hey, look, there, that's it. Listen, I'm a Knicks fan as being from and a Nets fan being from this area. So I mean, I'm not expecting much. I mean, really,
both feeling pretty good right now. Both pretty strong in the playoffs, looking good. I think the Knicks have some work to do, but we're still right there.
Story of the last 50 years.
In any event, NFTs, like it just kind of spoke to me. I read I think the first time I actually like found out what Top Shot was, it was an article that Mark Cuban did when the LeBron it was like the LeBron Holo or Cosmic sold for like an absurd amount. There's an article about it, and I remember the exact moment. I just had my daughter. My daughter was like a month old, and I'm up at like 2 a.m. feeding her, sitting in the dark, nothing else to do but wait for her to go to bed.
The best things come to your mind at 2 a.m. I gotta say though, guys, you guys, you're very crafty. I know both of you. Am I right? Am I right on this late at night?
Oh yeah, I was up way too late last night. You were probably getting my text like when you woke up this morning. Like I was up. Like it's just the creative juices flow at weird times of the day.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, so anyway, I was feeding my daughter, read this article, and then like kind of just started going down the rabbit hole. Like, what is this thing? And joined the Discord channel. And within a couple of days was like fully in. Like I just remember being like, this is it. This is the future of collecting. I, like many, felt like I was kind of an early adopter to this. We've been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride since 2021 with Top Shot, but like it to me, it was that moment where like this is the future. If it's not right away, it's like, this is where things are heading. And still, I believe that physical, cardboard, cards, that's not going anywhere. But like there is definitely a place for digital collectibles. I think Top Shot has really laid a lot of the groundwork to make NFTs, digital collectibles, a household name, especially in the very, the big world of physical. It's a long history. It's a lot of collectors in this space, and it's hard to get everything right the first time around. But I think Top Shot has definitely had a great head start and made a lot of really great decisions kind of since 2021 to get. To become more respected, at least in this like collectible space, as it were. So yeah, that's kind of the long and short of like how I was exposed to Top Shot, NFTs. And then as far as CryptoSlabs go, it wasn't much longer after I was introduced to Top Shot that the slab idea kind of was born. It probably, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was probably another one of those late nights, sitting in the dark somewhere with my newborn.
That's it. You got Gerber all over your fingers.
Yeah, right. Like hoping I don't have to do another diaper change, that whole thing. But yeah, I think you'd kind of mentioned it, Paulie. Like, I'm flipping through my phone, looking at like my small but like starter collection, trying to complete the Cool Cat set as most everybody was doing, and feeling really proud and excited like when I would pull a trigger on a big moment. And then after that, it's kind of like, well, where is it? It's like, okay, it's on my phone. You know, like, who can I show this to? My newborn, you know, my wife, my wife's a big sports fan, but like, she doesn't really get it. And it that kind of just sparked something in me to say, like, this has to be shown. This has to be on a shelf.
Yeah.
You know, and while, yeah, you can bring it up on your phone and kind of stick it on a phone holder, like, you got to use your phone. You got to make calls. You got to check emails. Like, you can't have your phone sitting on a desk all day.
No, it's true. But, you know, it's like a lot with the displays. I think the same thing. It's like, you know, I mean, Dave, I'm sure you could, you know, have a story. It's similar to, on this, is like, as far as your wife goes or a friend that doesn't really get.
I mean, it's funny to hear the same story, but just different. You know, you're talking digital. I'm the same way. Like, your physical card, to me, was like, instead of sitting on your phone, it was sitting in a binder. Like, I want to see it. I want to be able to look at it whenever I want and not have to flip through a binder. Now, binders are cool and everything, but same exact kind of thing, just different product.
And then how does the family look at it that way? I mean, as I'm sure, as we were saying, his wife wasn't sure. But as soon as you put it out there, like, oh, okay, this is cool. But otherwise, when you're like, you know, honey, I gotta go to a trade show, or I got another strange package arriving at the house. They're looking at.
Other than I've taken over every room in the house almost.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, I'm relegated to my garage right now, which I'm very proud of my little, you know, slab lab, as I call it.
I think you're on the West Coast. Here in New York, I only got 6 months to stay out in the garage. Otherwise, I'm freezing it.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm down in Southern California, so we got good weather out here. But yeah, I mean, as far as my the product goes, I've got one or two on my desk, you know, just as inspiration. Of course, I like looking at what new moments I have. But yeah, I felt like there was this product demanded to be displayed. Just like a sign, a Mickey Mantle, you know, demands to be displayed. A Michael Jordan, just like your signed jerseys. And so that, you know, that seed was planted. I started to kind of conceptualize what that would look like, and I did come across Infinite Objects, you know, kind of around that time. I go, oh, cool. Like, there's something that exists. And they were, you know, kind of working with Top Shot on creating like a display. I first to admit, I was a little butthurt when I saw that, because I was like, damn, you know, I wasn't the first one to it. But I did kind of realize that while Infinite Objects is, you know, it's a great display. You know, I have a couple of them in my house. I have my wedding video on Infinite Objects. I just felt like there was still something missing. And it again kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier about personalization. I feel like that serial number is so important, that rarity factor, that like one of one feel, that Infinite Objects just didn't really like hit home. It didn't feel like it was really a collectible product like you would see at a card show. It felt more of something like you'd put on your fireplace mantle, or, you know, which again, I think there's a purpose there, but like, I still felt like there was a market that needed to have something more similar to a traditional card slab.
I could segue right into one of mine if you want to take a look. This is Jalen Brunson Legendary that I have. So basically, up close on it, it just has all the detail up top, and able to display it. It keeps it on loop, so basically it'll keep playing. As the ones that I have in the background here, it's really cool, really unique to make it more personal and make it more specific as a custom collectible. So
and that was kind of really what was that seed that was planted. I didn't know where this was going to go. It was an idea that turned into kind of like a nighttime hobby to distract myself from like, okay, like I got to put dad mode aside, you know, and just kind of focus on like that creative outlet. And yeah, it just kind of grew and grew from there. Lots of different iterations, lots of late nights, lots of frustration. But I think like what was fun about it is, again, it was just a hobby. It was just a creative outlet at the very least. It was something to get excited about. And if it was something that I built for myself only, so be it. So yeah, I mean, that started like 2021. I would say like mid 2021 is when CryptoSlabs was kind of born. And it took several years to really kind of see the light in terms of like what the product is now. I'm a stickler to attention to detail. I'm obsessive about the way something looks, the design, and I feel like the product is finally at a place where I'm comfortable and happy, to present it to the public. And yeah, Paulie, I'm really stoked that you're an early supporter of the slabs, and happy to see them on they've made their way on your shelf.
Thank you. Listen, I appreciate it. I really working with NFTs, working with collectibles, and being such a big fan of them myself it's just great. I love to share the knowledge of the things that are out there when it comes to collecting, which is what brought me also to Dave's site. To take a look at CigarBox cards, guys. You got to follow both of these. So any social platforms, Instagram, you have X, get on there and just follow them, because they're going to be posting some cool stuff, and they're tagged in some cool things that are out there. These displays are just so unique to your collection, because a lot of times it's you really enjoy to collect things and you have them, but once you have them, it's like everything. It's like you have it, you put it in a box, you put it away, and it's just you forget you even like why did I buy it? Like, why was I so obsessed with getting this rookie card, and why was I so chasing this one player, and I bought every card I could of them that came out in their first year as a pro athlete, and then they stood in the box and I forgot all about it. It's like I'm sure Dave added your frustration of that sometimes, of like, why did I buy something? Like, to you, what's something that you purchased and you were like, this thing has been hiding so long that I got to do something to bring it out? I mean, you got to have something in your collection that you were like, this has been away too long and I bought this for a reason. Like, what's something that you have that you think that?
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I love cards with tape marks, like old Bowmans from the 50s when they have like kids taped them in a scrapbook, because you can't recreate that tape mark look. But I'll buy one and it'll go in a box, and then I don't know how many times I've bought the same card twice. It's like, God, I already had it. And then they're cheap, so I just do a giveaway or something. But that's the kind of stuff when you're talking about the CryptoSlabs, just to tie it in, because my wheels were spinning when I was listening to Nick. It's just like that's what's cool about collecting, because everyone, they have either the teams, like the New York teams, or a player, or like me collecting with tape marks, or people like umpire cards, or all these different things. Like, and I love collecting unique things. Like I'm thinking of these digital slabs, and it's like, man, I would, if they were available. I mean, I know they're available, but the clips, like I could see myself having a clip of the great baseball fights. That would be awesome to just have all these iconic little baseball brawls on the digital, in the slabs on the display, that you could just like. There's the potential is like limitless. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to talk to you about this. I do have the reprint, if you remember, from the 90s, the Mantle reprint by Topps. It's like every mantle card that came out through Topps, but then they did a whole reprint. Now, after seeing this, I'm definitely gonna be talking to you about some sort of display for that, because I got that whole collection. But I think it would be something really cool to put on something custom of.
That's probably the number one thing I make is like player displays to do their Topps run, whether it's Campanella or Mickey Mantle or Kobe Bryant or whatever. That, and those are cool, because those are special to that individual and the player that they've spent so much time and money on collecting. So yeah, I love making those. I definitely I put my heart into them too, because it's like it's how I'd want it to look on my wall. So it's they're so fun to make. So I enjoy doing it for sure. Perfect. So I'll definitely take care of you.
All right, it's awesome. And what do you say as far as like going to any? Have you been to trade shows, or have you been to any interaction with the public? And kind of just as we had a couple events that I had been to out on the streets of New York, kind of showing some of the digital collectibles recently. I want to talk a little bit about just like that first interaction with somebody. So it's like, if you could share a little bit of anything that you've come into contact with, as far as in a trade show or in something where you were able to get someone's reaction for the first time on that.
I go as a collector. I go to card shows and trade shows all the time, and it's just to find stuff I like. I don't really push my product, but I think, like I just did a big project for LaGrange College. They wanted baseball cards of all their alumni. So I did a 42 card set, and it's just cool that people find me that way and like my style, that they want to do. I didn't do a display, but I also, I make cards, custom cards. So it's just, I love, and people just randomly, even if they aren't buying anything from me, will, send me a message through IG or X and just say, hey, I enjoy seeing your posts, man. They bring me back. I love the look and I love your style. And that's just so cool to hear, because I don't really care if you buy anything or not, but just that people are enjoying the content and the look of stuff. And it takes them back to that nostalgic feeling from when they collected, or watching a player or opening a pack and they got that player card that they wanted. So I think that's why people love the hobby so much and get back into it, and all ages enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, it's true. They say how much nostalgia, I guess, is brought into advertising and selling. I mean, plenty of things. I mean, it depends what decade you grew up in as a teenager, but how many times I've watched things from the 80s just because I'm like, yeah, I remember that. That was 40 years ago when I was and all of a sudden I'm watching an 80s marathon on late night TV, and I'm going like, why am I watching The Breakfast Club at this hour? I've seen the movie 100 times, but whatever. It's on. I enjoy this more than most of the movies that come out today. So nostalgia is definitely something that.
Yeah, and this is the item I have that brings me back.
Oh,
I got
nice.
that when I went into a sporting goods store when I was a kid, and was like, how much for the display? And they're like, well, we're sold out of the shoes. You can have it for $15. And I've carried that thing around for.
That's awesome.
And I still love it as much today as I did when I got it.
But yeah, you know what? That's it though. You got a story for it. That's the fun with collecting. Everything you kind of collect and you consider it like something personal and you're proud of it. There's a story attached to it. There's a reason why you have it. And that's why I love that these displays are just something that everybody could keep showing their stuff off. Physical, digital, a crazy future ahead of who knows what'll happen next. So I just appreciate you guys both coming on today. We're going to be posting all the details about where people could find your info to get more on you and what you guys are doing for the communities out there of collecting. So just really appreciate this. Episode 1. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. This is just some of the great stuff out there of being a collector and all the sports out there. So we're going to keep finding out what do you collect. So tune in and stay tuned, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. It was an honor. Take care.
Thanks so much. Thank you, guys.